Hi and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we'll be discussing how to write a contract using ChatGPT. If you're new to the channel, I'm Zoppi, an English qualified solicitor, and you might want to stay until the end of this video to make sure that the contract produced is actually legally binding. Now, before we get started with how to actually write the contract using ChatGPT, let me tell you about the two things that I've done to make this process as easy as possible for you. Number one, I'll be sharing my screen so you can see exactly step by step what needs to be done. And number two, I've linked in the description below free resources and templates that you can download so that you have everything that you need to complete the process. Amazing, let's get started. So here you should be able to see a step-by-step guide with 5 main steps to be completed, starting with step number 1, which is to complete document A, which is a template prompt. So document A will be linked in the description, and this is what it looks like. Now I've left square brackets, which is where you need to input your specific information. So for example here, you'll write the name of the contract that you want ChatGPT to draft for you. Fantastic. Coming back to the step-by-step guide, we can now move on to step number 2, which is to open the Zoppi GPT by clicking on this link. This is the Zoppi GPT, which I have created for you guys to use, and I've tried to give it instructions to be able to draft the contract as well as it actually could draft one. Great, so once you've opened that up, we come back to the step-by-step guide, and we move on to step number 3, which is to copy and paste the prompt that you drafted via document A. Now, I haven't completed this because I don't want to influence your answers, but you want to copy it, paste it, and then you'll press enter or send a message. Once that has been done, ChatGPT will then produce a contract for you according to your requests. Now, before we move on to figuring out whether the contract that has been produced is actually legally binding, make sure to subscribe to my channel because you will continue to receive pragmatic, to the point, and actionable legal information and templates. These will bring certainty to your business. Also, if you want a bespoke contract to be professionally drafted by a qualified solicitor, visit our website, which is linked in the description below. Great, so let's move on with step number 4, which is to check that the result, number 1, is suitable to your requirements. So are you happy with it? Then secondly, you might want to check that the numbering that has been used in the contract is correct, whether any defined terms have been used, and whether those definitions are suitable to you. And lastly, very importantly, you want to make sure that the contract that has been drafted is actually legally binding under UK law. So some of the things that you might want to consider are the Unfair Contract Terms Act, and so on. Now, ideally, we would move on to step number 5 and get the contract reviewed by a qualified solicitor. And my firm, Zoppi, actually provides this as a service. But I understand that not everyone has the money to spend on a solicitor to review their contract. Now, what you might want to do instead is watch this video, which will tell you exactly what makes the contract legally binding. I'll see you at the next video. Thanks for watching.